After a period of lull, fresh events of violence were reported in the hill state of Manipur, which is witnessing one of the most violent ethnic clashes for nearly 3 weeks now. In the latest incident from the violence-hit state, miscreants set abandoned houses ablaze in Imphal on Monday. This even when life was slowly returning back to normalcy. Visuals coming in show houses in the new Lambulan area of the city set on fire. This is the second such incident in less than 12 hours. First, take a look at these visuals. Chief Minister N. Biren Singh has blamed an ex-MLA and citing conspiracy to trigger another round of unrest. The MLA, former MLA Henglep Assembly Constituency Tevlem Thangzalam Haukip was among the 3 persons who was apprehended by the combined security forces. It was said that they wanted to trigger another round of unrest. The MLA has been arrested by police along with 2 others. The Chief Minister N. Biren Singh has also admitted that the present unrest in the state is due to security and intelligence lapses of the state government. It's a very damning indictment of the government itself, which has been done by the Chief Minister, and stated that the government is ready to take all the blame. Now, all of this is coming after 20 plus days when the violence broke out in the state of Manipur, and the situation has been turned completely, a complete nightmare as far as the security situation is concerned. Security forces, meanwhile, have tightened vigil and curfew has been extended after fresh incident of violence. Curfew hours in Imphal East District, which has been earlier been relaxed, were also tightened. Mr. Hangshing, how do you see this latest incident of violence in East Imphal? Do you see that, after a while, there was some degree of semblance or the situation limping back to normalcy? Now with a fresh round of violence where, 3 people have been arrested, do you feel that this is just a sample of what is to come more?
Well, what I see in the picture is abandoned houses. When you say it is New Lambulan, these are all Kuki houses which have been abandoned. Now, how are they burned again? I don't believe the Kukis themselves will burn their own houses again. So it's obvious who burned these houses. Whatever caused it, I don't know. It can be found out. And our security advisor was very balanced in not pinpointing anybody. He gave the facts on the ground as it is. But our CM, he says that these are done by the ex-MLA. Well, the ex-MLA also, I know him. But in the background of sitting MLAs being lynched, one still struggling for his life in hospital, I will not be surprised if the ex-MLA is holding his single barrel. It's a single barrel. It's a bird hunting rifle. It will not kill anybody. It might hurt somebody with pellets, number 9 or number 6 pellets. It is not a deadly gun. And then to impute that he's causing trouble again to destabilize things, I think it does not behove of a chief minister to say such things, at the same time appealing for peace. And appealing for peace now and say gone is gone, past is past, it reminds me of the school days when the school bully would kick you in the back and then hug you and say lale, 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 sorry, sorry. It's something like that. I don't know, it's a very schoolboyish behavior. But when the facts on the ground say something else, you want to just paint over everything, saying things are normal again, just to hang on to his power. Now, if he has admitted that the government is guilty or is responsible for what has happened, then he should allow an investigation to come through. Investigation of central investigation, the CBI, and since he has alleged that people, insurgents from across the border has also come, I think no organization less than the NIA should come for a fair and thorough investigation in the matter.
Sir, what do you make of this latest outburst of violence? There were some semblance of peace, when we saw central forces coming on, taking on all the, the law and order situation and all. And though there are demands made by certain organizations that there should be less number of central forces, what we are hearing is that the state has requested the number of companies to be increased by another 10-15 companies. How do you view this situation?
Yeah. What actually see in the ground is actually very disturbing. And from the when the burning started from 3rd of this month, but till today, even nearly 20 days, still actually this violence is not able to control by the security apparatus. So I'm really sorry to say that even the state government, including the central government, actually they have actually to secure, to give confidence to the border communities, because in this conflict, border communities are affected. And this, in this point of time, actually, I'm really very surprised that the Honorable Prime Minister and even Honorable Home Minister have not said a single word of this violence and these casualties, because it has already crossed formal, already been displaced in this incident. But unfortunately, Prime Minister is silent. The Home Minister have not visited to the places, and they are not trying to actually build confidence between the community. Not only this the ruling party, but this the opposition leader Rahul Gandhi and all these. They are all, the election was over, but they have actually completely forgotten what is happening in Manipur. The organization of these communities has to be restored, peace has to restore, and law and order has to be restored. I would like to say that even from 3rd onwards, the recent incident, what happened yesterday, was very unfortunate. But in the last days, these whole days in the last week, the fighting, with the groups are still going on. Even day after yesterday, three people were also from the armed militant group. I will not mention here about the community. And again, even in the place where the epicenter of these places in Bishampur and Chuchampur border in Tobung area, after 15 days of the conflict, the armies were not able to dominate the area. And one would ask the question here is, why all these army and security forces have gone? Because large number of security have been deployed, but still in the ground report, all these sensitive areas has not been actually dominated by the security forces. The question is where they have gone. Why they are? So this is a big question, and of course the Supreme Court have already given advice to the government of Manipur that the head of the authority of the state should actually give the responsible comment in this point of time. So government should actually, including Brijesh, should actually restrain himself, and in this point of time, he should be very, like as a state of the government, he should work to actually bring confidence to the people, in particular this point of time. This thing is very unfortunate, and I will also appeal to all the groups who are actually within this conflict should actually such violence, and we should give a chance, a normalcy in Manipur in this point of time, because this is not the right time to debate on whether who is right or who is wrong.
If you analyze the situation, we have been discussing, and we are very thankful to you that you have been a regular part of our, a very vast coverage of Manipur unrest, which has been, kind of completely abandoned by the national media and others. How do you view this situation where, it's a very strange paradox. The state government, which says that, that they are in the charge, they accept that, yes, it's an intelligence failure. The state government is not being trusted by Kuki for understandable reasons. Now, even the Meiteis community have also said that they do not trust the chief minister or the Meiteis MLAs. How do you see this paradox? And after yesterday's violence, is any end in sight as far as violence is concerned?
I think we really need to focus. The most important part is ways and mean on ending the continuity of violence that is happening in and out, even after a gap of some peaceful thing that is taking place over from the day it started till now. The other part is, I think the statement given by the chief minister, accepting that there has been a failure, in terms of the government at some point, and how he has already mentioned, it's uniquely very interesting to hear that he, as the head of the state, after giving a statement to the public, I think it's time for him to also give a direction. What is the next step? If he is aware that this has been the failure of the state, then he also have to take the help of the central government to ensure that this ongoing violence needs to be stopped, whether it's a parliamentary coming on board, whether there is a help to at least stop the violence, stop the triggering of this violence consistently, so that people's safety are being taken care. And along with that, ensuring that the people are affected by all the house burn or all the vandalizing, with all the destroyed, what are the needs that needs to be met, from the lens of any kind of relief. I think as a chief minister, he's still sitting in that chair. He needs to give this directive. He needs to actually be consultative with the central government. He needs to take paramilitary support. And if he's aware that this is a controversial part that this has taken place, because if that doesn't come as a way forward by the head of the state, then it's a consistently we'll find this friction taking place, violence is going to happen in and out. Then what happened to the safety of the people? I think that's a very important part that the chief minister should also provide a kind of a way forward. If he is not possible for him and his ministers, then he have to take the central government support at this point, paramilitary support to stop the violence.